Hi guys, I'm Blake here today with Lilley's Landing Resort Marina, Branson, Missouri, Lake Taneycomo. It is 4:15 in the evening, Monday the 7th of March, and I'm going to do the one cast today. So, I am not too terribly far away from the resort right now. We are sitting right across from Cooper Creek Marina. They are running 2 units, and the cold weather is back, at least for a couple days. It's about 33 or something like that right now. So I'm going to start over here on the bluff side. Today I'm going to throw the Signature Series 110+1 French Pearl. I've got a size 12 snap swivel, and this is 8-pound P-line monofilament line. Oh, it is really cold. It's kind of getting used to that warmer weather. Oh, let's see. So, I don't really have any fishing reports. I kind of went on a little short vacation last week. Went down to the White River. The weather was absolutely perfect. No fish on the first cast. Yeah, I think it was our first day. We went on a guided trip with Craner's guide service, and we drug some big ol' Arkansas shiner minnows. I'm gonna have to take this hood off. It's making me feel like I'm deaf. There we go. And we caught almost 40 browns that day, and 2 of them were bigger, over 20. Real fun day. And then I spent the next 2 days down there, and we were just in our own boats fishing, and seemed like the first couple 2-3 hours there, first part of the morning on Thursday and Friday, were real good for the these 110 jerk baits, and for the white jigs. I used an 1/8 ounce jig the whole time I was there. They were running a lot of water on the White River, even more than they've been running here. But had a great time with a bunch of friends, and caught a lot of fish. Oh, that was almost a snag. Looks like Phil might be down there fishing below me. I didn't know he went down this direction. caught my first palomino dragging a shiner minnow. Palomino trout, they're kind of like golden color. Fishing reports from here today, the only person I talked to was Captain Rick Lysick, and he said it was really slow. He said that they had maybe landed 12 fish and missed a few other ones. They were up at the Narrows dragging scuds and egg patterns. But he said it was definitely slow. And I've been out fishing actually. I just stopped back by the office and warmed up a little bit. I had been out fishing trying some stuff new to me. With no success there. And then I broke out the 110 here, this jerkbait, and I fished from Point Royale down that entire bluff, through the Narrows, past Fall Creek, switched over to the dock side, worked it dock side over there, switched back to the bluff below Fall Creek. And well, okay, I thought I had something. I caught a Lilleys 3/32 brown head sculpin and peach jig. That's a catch right there. I'd say it wasn't lost too long ago. Still seems to be in pretty good shape. That might be my only thing I catch today. This is the only thing I've caught so far today. When I was up on the bluff, I did have one really nice, probably 7 to 8 pound brown chase me back to the boat. He just wasn't completely interested in fully committing. Really nice one. And then I had one other bump. But that is as far as my chances of catching have gone today. A friend of mine, Doug Piper, tied me up some of the flies that he uses on sinking lines here, and so I ordered and bought some stuff for that, and started playing with it today, but I was unsuccessful, and then I broke my tippet off and realized I left my tippet roll in Phil's office, so I just put that away and picked this up thinking maybe I could find some fish. Last Tuesday before I left for the White River, Ryan Williams and I came out here and we started directly across from the dock. We just kind of backed out with the trolling motor and went straight to the bluff. And we fished this bluff down to here and fished those docks down there, and even fished the bluffs kind of below the end of the flat, the Cooper Creek flat. And we managed to catch 2 or 3 browns to the boat and a few other bites. And I know that since I've been gone, he's been out a couple evenings in a row fishing this same French Pearl 110 down through here, and he's sent me a few pictures of some nice browns and said he missed a couple that were even bigger. I was back at work on Saturday and a few different tournaments. I'm sure Phil's already talked about it, but there was quite a few really nice browns brought in that were all caught down here, Cooper Creek flat and below, on different methods, trolling flicker shads, using live sculpin fish. But this is about the time of the year for the last 3 years now that I've found brown trout in the early spring, late winter, early spring, kind of stacked up from Cooper Creek down to Monkey Island. I don't know exactly what all causes that, if it's just more running water, or looks like Phil's got a fish on. Yep, he just released a fish. I don't know what he's doing. Looks like he's fly fishing. This wind is really pushing me here. This little point right down here, kind of the bottom of the slough, kind of about where the Cooper Creek flat starts. It's right where we're at. That little point right there seems to always hold some brown trout. But I'm going to talk about it today, and they're not going to be there. Springs ago, and last spring a little bit, when we had Chad come through, we were just, you could go straight down the middle of this flat on either side of the boat and throw these 110s and retrieve them back, and those browns were just all over this flat. It didn't matter. With this method, it's just like, if you're familiar with the Zara spook, just like walking a Zara spook across the top of the water. You're just doing it below the water. So you gotta leave a little bit of slack in your line. And you're just gonna pop in that slack. Oh, that was a hit. Oh. I was just getting to the giving up point there. There's days where we can make one drift down here in an evening and hook into 5 or 6 of them, and then there's days like today where I've tried this for a few miles worth of fishing and have not managed to get one buttoned up. This flat right now with the 2 units of water running is probably maybe 10, 11 foot deep for the most part across. And so a bait that gets 7 to 9 foot will still get the attention of those fish that are closer to the bottom. I saw you catch one. You been catching them? I still haven't caught a fish today. Phil says he's caught 5. What are you using over there? Oh boy. You got it weighted down, or you just... Well, Phil is using one of our new micro jigs, and he is fishing the slower water on the inside edge of that, I guess you can't really call it an island, but the inside water over there under a float. Some days it's a simple matter of changing the color on this thing, but I felt with a cloudy day that this French pearl would work good. That's what Ryan told me he was using last night, but just may not be my day today. Go in here down by these docks real quick. If you can find, well, any docks on the lake are always a good spot to cast in between, usually. But if you're chasing the brown trout, fishing in between these docks specifically, I've definitely done well here. And if we don't catch something soon, I am gonna call it a day. I'm getting pretty cold. I think we finally got our first batch of heads back for our micro jig. And Levi got some of them painted up earlier. Man. Very punishing wind coming from downstream back up. The faster the water's moving, kind of the little bit longer in between the jerks that you can do with these jerk baits, because they do this underneath the water. So if the water's moving real fast, you can kind of let it swing with the current in between the pops. But the slower the water's moving, the more you gotta create that motion. And 2 units down here is still enough that you don't have to go crazy with it, but there's a wire over there. Oh, just barely missed it, I think. Except I tangled the jerkbait. On these jerkbaits, you can do an upward or a downward motion when you retrieve them. But if you want the bait to go as deep as it can, you need to do a downwards retrieval. And if you want to work some shallower water, you can give it an upward pop. But all these docks are still sitting over 10 to 12 foot of water, so we want to get down as deep as we possibly can here. Man, I was really hoping just to get one brown to come play today, but it's just not looking like it. Down there on the white, the browns kind of went after the jerkbait a little differently. They definitely still went after it, but it wasn't until I figured out to just kind of barely pop it with the current that they started eating it really well. Whereas I find the browns here like it a little faster. Alright, last cast. Last cast. We go all the way in there. Okay, well, no fish for me today. We thank you guys for watching. Like and share us on Facebook, and we'll be out here to try it again tomorrow. Thanks, guys.